Hey folks.
Craft Resin asked us if we would like to try their tabletop resin.
And we said, oh, yes, please.
Yes, we would. And so we thought what we would do is go through what you actually get in the box and then go through the actually using the
actual
stuff.
Resin. Yeah, the resin itself.
Yeah.
So you get a nice, simple, easy to understand set of instructions.
Yep.
There's no sort of gobbledygook or jargon. It's just nice and simple, what it's good for, how you use it.
And there's also a QR code in there so that you can go and have a look
for more information.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get a set of nitrile gloves, and then you get pumps that you can use with the bottles. Now, we got this tabletop in 4-litre bottles, which I think is the smallest size they do for the tabletop.
Yeah.
And we normally do use pumps for all of our resins,
it's just because they're in such big tubs.
Yeah.
It's easier just to use the pump, because having to pick up. Yeah. Now, I don't use it for this.
No, but you get a nice spreader.
Yep.
And you get the silicone covered stirring stick.
Love those.
Are the sort that Kirk absolutely loves.
Yep.
And then you get your 4-litre bottles.
Yep.
So you get part A, part B, because it's a 1-to-1 mixture. But here's the big thing. It is 1-to-1 mixture by volume and not weight.
Yes.
And you will see why in just a moment.
Yes, indeed.
So fortunately, Kirk had made a table recently. And I suggested that he use the tabletop to top coat the table.
Yep. So I used the Craft Resin calculator. So you select the shape of your piece. Now, the diameter of this tabletop is 35 centimeters, and the recommended thickness is 2 millimeters.
Yeah. So the maximum depth that you can pour the tabletop is 3 millimeters, but the ideal thickness for a top coat is 2 millimeters.
Yeah. And it gave me there that I need 200 mil.
Yeah.
Which is perfect.
Yeah.
So I mix up 200 mil.
You do, which is 100 of part A,
100 of part B. Yeah. So now I'm putting in part B. So I put part B in first because part B is a lot thinner than part A. And when you put part A in, it helps with the mixing to start with, because it just sinks through part
A.
Yeah. As you can see, it is a lot thicker.
It's really thick, isn't it?
Now you can thin it down by warming it.
Yeah.
So you can put it in some warm water just to make it a little bit easier to pour. You
can, but you don't have to. It's not.
No, you don't have to.
If you are in a cold weather environment though, so if your craft room is really cold, absolutely put it in some hot water first, because it won't cure properly and it won't mix properly if it's too cold. No. So the ideal temperature is about sort of 21 to 24 centigrade, which is...
Or 72 to 77 Fahrenheit.
70 to 75 Fahrenheit.
I was close.
I think you'll find.
Okay.
So one of the things that you need to do is when you stir it, you need to make sure that you stir the bottom, stir the sides really, really thoroughly.
Yeah.
If you don't stir it well, it could result in a sticky resin that will never cure. Yep. And the last thing you want to do is, having made a big piece or a pretty piece, have resin that have your top coat not cure. So make sure that you thoroughly mix your resin. Now the mixture is really, really thick, isn't it?
It is very thick, yes.
So you just got to kind of, you said it actually made your hand hurt after a while. It
did, yeah. If I was to do it again, I would maybe warm up part A just to thin it down a little bit. But if you do use it in put in water, you have to make sure that it is dry. The bottle is dry, so you don't get any water into the mixture. Otherwise, you could actually ruin the whole thing.
Yeah.
And here's the piece. Now I used Craft Resin deep pour to make this piece over a couple of weeks. And you can see there that just pouring it on, it is beautiful to pour on. It is lovely and thick. Now, they do recommend that you don't scrape the sides of the cup once you've done the started pouring, just in case there is any unmixed resin on the sides, and you don't want to introduce that into the mix. So poured it on, lovely, and then I've used the scraper just to go up to the edge. Now the edge, there is a lip on this, and I do need to do a second coat, but I don't normally do top coats. That's normally you.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't normally do top coats, so you're not
a seasoned pro
at doing top coats. But how did you find it? I mean, it's a really thick resin.
I wasn't worried about it going over the edge because it is so thick.
Yeah.
I thought it's going to take quite a lot, because you used to use normal resin.
Yeah, I just use normal 1-to-1 resin.
Yeah, and that is quite thin.
It's quite unforgiving if you do make an error,
whereas
this is very forgiving.
Yeah, I actually thought it was really good, and the top coat, it was perfect.
So this is the second top coat.
So this is the second coat. Now, the reason I did the second coat is that there was still a little bit of a lip around the edge.
Yeah.
And that's only because I when I actually made the piece,
you made it upside down.
I made it upside down.
You did.
Yes.
But what I will say is that when it does cure, it cures like glass.
It is beautiful.
I will be using this for every single thing I top coat from here on in, because it is stunning. And I normally use Craft Resin's 1-to-1 epoxy for all my top coats.
Yep.
But this is even better.
Well,
even
it's
better.
a top coat.
It is. Yeah, it's designed for top coats. So it takes it's touch dry within 24 hours.
Yeah.
It is fully hard after 36 hours, and it is 21 days later. It is scratch resistant, so it's built to withstand sort of daily wear and tear. So you can put coasters on it, all that sort of stuff, and it won't show. It's got really good UV protection. It's incidental food safe, which means if you get a bit of food on it, it's fine. You wouldn't use it as a serving platter.
So it applies to the 3-second rule.
It's the 3-second rule works just fine. And the high gloss finish is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning. And it's also got really good heat resistance, so it makes it ideal for coasters, countertops, tabletops.
Yep.
Anything along those lines. So we just want to say a massive thank you to Craft Resin for giving us the opportunity to try out this product. Cannot recommend it highly enough. It is fantastic.
Yeah.
So if you do a lot of top coats, I would definitely recommend getting yourself some.
Indeed. Yeah.
It's fab.
It is. Yeah. I mean, we use Craft Resin for everything anyway.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So
we do.
We swear by them.
Yeah. So this is a really good addition to our little armoury.
It is.
So yeah. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments.
Yep.
And other than that, hopefully we will see you again.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye for now.
Bye for now.